7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Is she satisfied or dissatisfied? She is just a customer, just like everyone else. Like always, giving it to you raw and unedited. Over to you, the short one.
How much is that dog in the window? The one with the tail. How much is that dog in the window? I do hope that he is for sale. Well, let me tell you one thing. That damn dog was not through the window. This dog was barking at me. Lucky enough, it was on a leash. But yeah, so when I was out and about, didn't bark at anyone else. Just started barking at me. I hate dogs. I really hate dogs. Like, I've got my best friend. She's got this ugly dog. Like, you know when something can be so ugly and you try and figure out, like, what could actually be attractive because to this person or dog? Like, why are the kids loving this dog? Why is she loving this dog? What made her choose this dog? Out of all the other dogs out there, this dog is ugly. I think it's a pug. Yeah. And it's like, it's got this big fat sausage body and little tiny legs. And when I hear it run, it's like that when it's like, and every time I have to go there, like when I go to a house, I don't ring the doorbell or do the rat-a-tat-tat like Mary and Joseph did, trying to get the place for the inn. I have to lift up the letter flap, and I'm like, move the dog, get rid of the dog. That's how I knock on her door. And then I can just watch everyone scampering about and going, oh, fucking hell, she's here, and got to fucking hide the fucking dog, blah, 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 blah. You know, but yeah, you know, it's just, I hate dogs. But anyways, this dog was barking at me. It was on a leash, lucky enough. But I think if it wasn't on a leash, it probably would have chased me. And I don't run well. I don't run like a athlete on the Olympics. I'm trying to think of famous female runners, but I can't. Zola Budd? Is she a marathon runner? But I can't think of any female ones. I know there was that one from South Africa who is she a man? Is she not a man? And I remember seeing a documentary about it. And it was kind of like, when you watch a documentary, you kind of finish watching it kind of feeling, well, it's no one's business really, you know? It's such a shame when you have to, like, convince the world, like, to say I'm this and everyone's, you know, pounding on you. But yeah, so this dog, I don't even know what kind of dog it was. It was like a normal dog. It was just a dog. To me, a dog's a dog. But yeah, don't like dogs. But surprisingly enough, I did have a dream one time that I owned a dog. It was a really cute dog. But in my dream, I had to go through several hypnosis sessions. I had to learn special meditation techniques as well. So it was a whole build-up to my well-being. But who knows? I might have a dog one day. Who knows? Stranger things have happened, but I hate dogs. I was mauled by my own dog when I was younger. Like literally mauled, eaten alive. I've even got part of its tooth in my arm, my hand. So you know, the bitch I don't know, was it a female dog? Let's call it a bitch anyway, because the bitch went and bit my hand and left a fucking tooth fragment that sometimes it catches on my nerve and my palm or my hand. Sometimes gets a bit painful, so I have to like rub it, and the rubbing is for me to kind of like, you know, move the bone away from my nerve. So that's a little fact, you know. I've got an extra bone in me that doesn't belong to me, and it's an animal one. So yeah, so this week I went to London, Hendon to be precise, and when I was travelling on the motorway, I can be a badass driver if I want to. It's when I realised that, oh shit, they implemented that if you go over 1 mile per hour, so I had to slow it down. Not that I was well over, but you know when you kind of like don't want to reach 70, you want to be on like 65, so there is no room for error. So that was a stressful drive. By the time I got to like Hendon, I was starting to get migraines because I had to concentrate on my speed, because I don't want to be done for speeding, not on a motorway, because that's when those fast cars, like those people, like we used to call them like guys with small dicks, where they have their own little fast cars and they're revving up the motorway and stuff. And I was thinking, okay, you'll get your ticket or whatever it is. So I'll just lull here, in the middle lane. Am I allowed in the middle lane? Is the lane that you're not supposed to stay long in, is it the middle lane? Because on the motorway, I prefer the middle lane only because if you're in the slow lane, once you get up to the junction and people are joining, it's like a roulette of your life, because some people just join, like the motorway from the slip below, they just join with no disregard to like maybe there's a car behind you. So I always like to stay in the middle. So anyway, went to Hendon for a couple of days, only meant to be for one night, but a couple of days because I was visiting mother, and I went out to Sainsbury's because obviously I'm just a customer, right? So I went out with Sainsbury's with my cousin, and it was one of those small Sainsbury's that you see on the high street, not the big ones. And when you walk in there, it's so chaotic. It's not messy, but it's always empty. That Sainsbury's has always been kind of empty, but it's always like you look around, there's so much noise, not noises in volume, but just noise in colours and chaos and craziness. It looks like someone's eating a lot of oranges and carrots. And then probably other like colourful stuff, like maybe a peas or beetroot or something, or a banana, and then you just thrown up. But the orange, obviously, because it's Sainsbury's, the people ate like oranges and carrots and stuff, and probably a bit of butternut squash. It just reminds me of it. It's not really like a place where you'd go to peacefully go and buy your shopping. It's a place where you go and buy your shopping and you come back with a migraine. Maybe that's why it's always quiet in there, but I don't know. But further down the road, I've got Tesco Metro, and that's the one which is always kind of busy. They're busy enough to the point that some of the stuff is always messy. But so the queuing system in Sainsbury's Metro, when me and my cousin approached the queue, there was a guy he was there in the line, because you know what it says queue this way, so he's kind of like lulling. That's the only way I can describe it, is lulling. I like the way it feels on my tongue when I say it, lulling. So I thought, okay, he's in the queue, so I'll just lull behind him. And because there was another guy paying at the queue. Then later on, well, not later, like days later, but a few seconds later, another customer comes in, and he goes, he looked like he'd been in that shop all the time, because he knew where he was going, because he went straight into the queue. As soon as the guy that was paying was gone, then he went straight to be served. So I'm still standing there with my cousin going, what the fuck? Now pause a minute. So they had at the bit where you're queuing up, where you're saying this is the queue, whatever, and they've got like, I don't know, I can't remember if they had the chewing gum or whatever. It's just that little strip in the middle to separate you from the cash point machine. There was some oranges, apple. Oh, fucking hell. I don't even know fruits anymore. There was bananas. There was a bunch of bananas.
Message from Jolly too.
There was a bunch of bananas right there. And for some reason, it had a really strong smell. I used to say to my cousins, like, damn, this banana smells strong. And then she said to me, well, now you've said it, I can smell it. But they were like really strong. The worst thing about bananas is bananas doesn't smell the same way as the flavour. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a banana milkshake, it's like, it smells of banana, right? But I always find a banana doesn't smell of a banana. Like the smell of the banana. Whereas a banana milkshake or those chewy, sweet banana things. Yeah, but it's a strong smell of banana. So that stench had to be longer because now this new person just came in and got in the queue. And I said to my cousins, like, did he push in? Because at that moment I felt, could have seen or whatever. But no, he was right. The other guy that was lulling wasn't in the queue. So my message to customers, right, because we're one big family here, us customers, is when you are near the till and you're not queuing, can you please place yourself somewhere where you're not near the queuing station? Because it can cause confusion and it could have caused my nostrils to be damaged by the smell of the banana, because I kind of felt that this smell is so strong, it's actually going through my nose, down my esophagus. At least it's going downwards, because if it was going to my brain, I would be completely nutty. But yeah, after that, anyway, we went to Morrison's. And again, remember I said before in one of my previous podcasts how Morrison's is the best place to shop. Again, this Morrison's in Colindale, again, it was quite empty. Like, even the checkouts, the people at the checkouts were just sitting there, waiting for you to come. But a little tip for those people. I know you're waiting for customers to come in. You're probably bored just sitting there going, oh, can't wait to get home. Or, you know, I can't wait to pass my degree in uni or my PhD or whatever it is. Or, you know, whatever you're thinking of. It would be nice if you kind of like sat there with a smile. Just a little smile so it looks quite inviting, you know? It kind of will help a little bit. But I'm not going to knock you too much because, like I said, you've got the checkout system right, you know, in terms of the shopper experience, the customer experience. You've got that right. You've got that definitely right because there was no queue. So the other day I went to Brent Cross and went to M&S because my cousin, my bougie cousin, only buys her lunch for work the next day at M&S. So it's like, okay, fine. We'll go to M&S and get whatever you want. And we got to M&S and we only had half an hour to shop. Did you know that the best time to shop in M&S is 7:30 p.m. when they've only got half an hour left? I tell you why. Because nobody's at the queues, at the checkouts. Nobody. People are there buying and shopping their last minute stuff. For some reason, every till, people are just waiting. Like, come here, I'm waiting. Come here, I'm waiting. Checkout was like, not busy, but people using the checkouts. But I think they don't have the Olympic checkouts that I experience. If you have no idea what the Olympic checkouts, you've got to find it in my last podcast. But yeah, so they don't have the Olympic checkouts, but one day I want to try their checkout to see if it's Olympified. But yeah, so that was that. It was just literally no one was at the queue. Right, we were in Brent Cross on Valentine's Day, and I noticed that a lot of guys were like carrying roses and stuff, but damn, bloody hell, you look like you was like you were the most saddest person. Like, I don't know, did you buy Valentine's flowers to make people think that you had a Valentine, but you actually don't, so you got to carry them with you, and then when you get home you throw them in the bin? Because the sad faces, you know, it'd be nice, like, it's nice to see a man, like, you know, me being single, it's nice to see a man carrying a whole bouquet of flowers and he's, like, chuffed, he's smiling, you know, not where it's like, shit, I can't, you know, I don't want to go home and go and give this to the bitch. You know, it was all bastard. You know, everyone just looked fucking miserable. I was like, okay. So, what's next? So, is anyone watching This Is Us? This Is Us is like a program that started a few years ago in America, and season 2 is out now. I think you find them on Amazon. This Is Us is one of the most brilliant masterpieces of drama ever. And if you haven't watched it, watch it. If you're one of those people that it's like, I gotta do some research. Yeah, research it. In fact, don't watch it straight away. Don't take my word for it. Just do your research. Just go into Twitter and put This Is Us. See what comes up. You know, they might give you spoilers, but that's for your fault for not wanting to believe me. But research it. And all I'm going to say is, like, I love Jack. And that program opened up a lot of wounds for me. But yeah, This Is It is amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, let me just take a break. So, here we go. Find me on Facebook at I Am Just a Customer. Follow me on Facebook, like the page, make some comments on that. Let's make it lively. Even on Twitter at remember there's no I am, it's I'm. So I'm just a customer. So I am JUSTACUSTOMER. I hope I spelt that right. So it's not I am, it's I'm. And again on there, you know, what do you do on Twitter? Do you like it? You follow. Yes, it. Follow me on Twitter. Again, comment on things. Say what you like on there. And then, obviously, last but not least, look up on the website, on my website, iamjustacustomer.com. It's not really an interactive website, but it gives you an opportunity to even write to me. Hoo-hoo, lucky you. You got an opportunity to write to me. But you know what? With all these social media pages and all this information I'm giving you, they're not top secret. You can go and tell everybody about it. I want you to shout it from the rooftops. Pass it to your friends. Share with your friends. Share the Facebook page with your friends. Share the Twitter. Do retweets. Share the post. Whatever you have to do, just get big mouth about it, okay? It's not a secret. Or are you one of those people, sometimes like me, where I should say to you, yeah, actually it's a secret. Because that's when you go, okay, I'm telling the whole world. Because I sometimes do that. I always get people say, you know, you're the short one, let me tell you a secret. I'm thinking, oh shit. Don't tell anyone. I'm like, oh fuck. And literally it's like, as you're telling me what you're telling me, I'm thinking, oh man, I need to tell somebody, especially if it's juicy. Okay, second part of the commercial now. You can find me on SoundCloud, iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, if I haven't mentioned it, and probably other podcast platforms that you've discovered. Even on there, if you listen to me on there, again, share with your friends, share with everybody. And most importantly, subscribe to it, review it. Nice reviews, please. Review my podcasts. You know, show me some appreciation, because at the end of the day, I'm just showing you my weekly adventures. So if you enjoy it, share it. All right, share it like you share, I don't know, what do we share? Diseases. That's all I can think of right now. Yeah, share it like we share diseases. Besides, like things like flu, herpes, hepatitis B, I don't know, whatever. Share it like we share that. Yeah, I'm not your last Rolo. You don't have to decide thinking, oh, like, is someone my last Rolo? Like, no. Just share it. Share. Sharing is caring. So anyway, that's the end of that advert. That was a long one, right? Damn, I didn't even get money for that one. Okay, so I went to Tesco, seeing as they always come up every week on my podcast. Oh, I don't know, is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? From a customer's point of view, it's a bloody bad thing, Tesco. You need to start shaping up. Right, so I was paying for a few items and I was approaching the checkouts. Not checkout, self-checkouts, but normal checkouts. And because it was only like, there's a woman in front of me, like who was being served, another woman in front of me, and then there was me. And it was the shortest queue. I even thought, why is no one going to this queue? And I thought, you know what? I'm the clever one. Let me slip there. So I went in the queue. And when I got to the queue, the checkout woman buzzed. And I thought, oh, fuck. There's something wrong with that woman's order. So meanwhile, my head's like looking around like an owl. You know, sort of like tick, 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 tick. Like my neck was like moving. And I was looking at other queues to sort of think, should I switch queues? Should I risk it and switch the queue? Because the checkout that was kind of next to me, but not next to me, that queue looked like the checkout woman was on a roll. I think she was like, today I'm on Red Bull. And she was scanning, taking payment, next, scanning, taking payments. I thought, I want to be in her queue. But then I was looking, I thought, okay, let me go now. As I just moved one step to the side to do a little shuffle, suddenly two people came and buzzed. I thought, fuck it. Let me just stay in this queue. Still staying in this queue. Still this woman's talking to now the person that's coming to help. And basically there's an argument about the price of something, because I think that the shelf said one price or whatever it was. It was just pissed me off. And I thought to myself, this has just ruined my day. Because I thought by now I should be out of here. But no, I'm still in this queue. So I thought, do you know what? The short one? Don't give yourself blood pressure. Just go to the self-checkouts. You can handle the Olympics. You've done it before. You're a master at it. You know? So I turned my weary carcass round and then went to the self-checkouts. There was no queue there. Well, there was no queue. By the time I got there was one person leaving, so I just took it. And I walked really slow to that checkout, and I was putting my stuff in. And I had the pizzas, because, yeah, I had the pizzas there. So I'd got 2 pizzas. So I scanned one of the pizzas. I eventually found the barcode on the pizza box. And I scanned it through. And an exact identical pizza box was the second one. I'm not lying if I told you I spent about 2 minutes. I was turning the box upside down, flipping it. One point I thought, you know, shall I cross my eyes doing it so I can see it? Now I might freak out some people, but I'm not going to ask the attendant to help me because I know the barcodes on this box. It took me 2 minutes until I finally said, you know what, accept defeat. So I said to the attendant, who was busy, like mega busy, and I had to do my usual, excuse me. I did that a bit loud because that's my, don't fuck with me right now. Don't tell me that you got 3 customers before you can see me. That's me saying, come now. So I was like, excuse me. And I'm like, holding the pizza box, like, yeah, let's be the pizza box, like, yeah, well, help me. So he then comes over to me and I'm like, I can't find the barcode. As soon as I said that, with holding the pizza box in my hand, what is in my eye vision? The fucking barcode, wasn't it? So I felt like a right dipstick, and I thought, oh. So I zapped that thing with anger, paid for it, got my plastic bag, and marched out there. I was so angry. Like, the fucking barcode was right there the whole time. You know, it was just crazy. But anyway, yeah. But it was a nice pizza at the end of the day. So, going back to my experiences with, like, let's say, Morrison's, Tesco's, even Marks and Spencer's, and Sainsbury's. Everyone had one thing in common, the people working behind the till. No one smiled. No one was that heartwarming. It was, you know, I don't know if we've become accustomed as customers to know that the sales assistant is there just to zap your food, put it in a bag, and then you leave. Because for some reason, I think my experiences would be a lot better if the checkout people would smile. You do get some of them that do. I know Marks and Spencer's, a lot of them do, but they tend to be the elder people. But the young'uns, my gosh, I didn't take your boyfriend. No, I didn't take your boyfriend. I didn't call you ugly. You know, I didn't kill your goldfish. It's like literally like, you know, it wasn't my fault you passed, you know, you didn't pass your exams. Not that that's because why you're working in these shops, but like if it was exam day or something. But it was just like, you approach them and they're just like looking at you. No dirty looks, they're just like looking at you. And then they just zap, you know, ping, 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 ping. That's £12.56, please. You give them the money and then that's it. And you kind of think, well, if you don't like your job, go. Go and do something fun. Go and bungee jump or something, you know? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. A smile goes a long way, not just for you, but also for the customer as well, because that customer, they could have had a shitty experience in your store, right? And just to you being that last face that we see before we leave your shop, you're the first face. That's the first face. You're the last face that we see. It's important for you to make sure we leave with a good impression, you know? And don't bloody ask me, do I want a bag when you see me? This happened today in Wilko's. I bought, okay, I'll let you in of what I bought. I bought the I can't talk. Toilet paper, the big size pack ones. And I bought, you know when you're washing up, the washing up drainer thing where you put your plates and cups and stuff to dry off. So I bought that and plus other things. And I was asked, would you like a bag? Now, normally I always say yes, but I don't think about it. But for this particular reason, I kind of felt, what do you think? What do you think? You know, what do you really, really think? I had 2 big items and let's say about 7 smaller items. And I thought, well, what the fuck do you think? You know, let's take a rest for now, take a break and let's discuss this. Do you think I need a bag? I know it's hard for them because it's like, how do you ask for it? But, you know, I would have put it off, oh dear, you get large cloth thingies. Oh, I guess you need a bag then, you know, and then it's for me to say no. I didn't say I wanted a bag. But this whole thing of like, do you want a bag? And you know what I'm buying. Today it just kind of peed me off because it was like, I don't need that question right now. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I always think, you know, America's very cheesy with their have a nice day. I always find it very cheesy, but I think maybe we should adopt that a bit. You know, let's be happy. Let's be HAPPY. Because you know I am. I'm sure I am. I'm an HAPPY. And on that note, love, peace, and hair grease.